All right. So imagine a world where like all the big tech companies, Amazon, Google, even Microsoft, they're all making their own AI chips.
That's exactly what's starting to happen.
Yeah. And that's a huge GE deal, right? I mean, it could really shake things up.
Yeah, it could.
Okay. So today we're going to do a deep dive into this whole AI chip situation.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So we've been reading a lot about this lately. There's a ton of news and articles.
Yeah, the Financial Times had a really interesting piece about Amazon's plans.
Right, like cutting their reliance on NVIDIA in half within the next 2 years.
Bold move.
Pretty bold. I mean, NVIDIA has been the king of AI chips for so long.
Yeah, for years, their GPUs have been like the go-to for anything AI,
Right, self-driving cars, research labs.
Cloud computing, everything.
Everything. So why is everyone suddenly trying to, break free from NVIDIA?
I think part of it is this bottleneck situation, NVIDIA's been so dominant.
So everyone's buying from them?
Exactly, and that's driven up prices.
Supply and demand, right?
Right, exactly. And it's potentially slowing down innovation because everyone's waiting on NVIDIA.
Like a traffic jam on the AI highway.
Yeah, good analogy. So companies are starting to think, hey, maybe we should build our own roads.
Makes sense. So Amazon is leading the charge here with this whole, what was it called?
Annapurna Labs.
Right, Annapurna Labs, their chip design subsidiary.
Yeah, they're the ones cooking up Amazon's custom AI processors.
Okay, and we're talking, these could actually, compete with NVIDIA's chips.
That's the goal, from what we're hearing.
Wow. But Amazon's being super secretive about all of this.
Oh, yeah, very hush-hush. But we should get more info next month at their big event.
Right, the one focused on their Trainium 2 chips.
Exactly. Those are already being used by who was it again?
Anthropic.
Anthropic, yeah. A big AI partner for Amazon.
So they're already putting these chips to work in the real world.
Yep, which is interesting. It means they're pretty confident in what they've developed.
So hold on. It's not just Amazon doing this, right? Other companies are also jumping on the AI chip bandwagon.
Oh, absolutely. Google just came out with their Trillium chip.
Yeah, I saw some headlines about that. Sounds pretty powerful.
It is, yeah. They say it's 4 times faster for AI training than their previous chips.
Wow, 4 times. How are they doing that? What was the secret sauce?
A bunch of really cool tech, actually, new ways to connect different parts of the chip.
You mean the wiring inside?
Yeah, kind of. They call them interconnects. It's like building wider, faster highways for data to travel within the chip.
Ah, so it's not just about raw power.
Right. It's about efficiency, too, making sure the whole system is running smoothly.
So faster and more efficient.
Yeah.
It's got to be, bad news for NVIDIA.
Well, they're still the leader, but the competition is definitely heating up.
And it's not just Google and Amazon. What about, didn't Meta release a new chip, too?
Yeah, their second-generation MTIA chip. It's designed specifically for their AI workloads, like their recommendation algorithms and stuff.
It's like everyone wants to build their own custom kitchen instead of relying on the same takeout place.
I like that analogy. It's about control, customization, and being able to scale their AI ambitions.
Okay, but this isn't just some techie arms race, right? This actually has real-world implications for, regular people like me.
Definitely. This could mean cheaper, more accessible AI tools and services for everyone.
Faster AI-powered apps, better language translation, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Plus, businesses could benefit from lower cloud computing costs, which could trickle down to consumers.
So it's like a win-win for everyone, except maybe NVIDIA.
Well, we'll see how they adapt, but yeah, this could be a real game changer.
This reminds me of the early days of the PC, when those big mainframe computers were replaced by smaller, more personal computers.
Interesting parallel. And yeah, this could be a similar turning point for AI. More diversity, more innovation, driven by this competition.
But what about the potential downsides? I mean, could this turn into an AI chip arms race?
It's a possibility. Companies might pour tons of resources into outdoing each other.
Well, that could lead to, one company becoming super dominant again.
Potentially, yeah. It's a double-edged sword, for sure. It could lead to incredible innovation, but also intense competition and maybe even some consolidation in the market.
And what about, smaller AI startups? Can they even compete in this new landscape?
That's a good question. It might become harder for them to get a foothold if they don't have the resources to develop their own chips.
It's like you need a massive factory just to bake your own bread now.
Kind of, yeah. The barriers to entry might get higher, which could stifle some innovation.
Man, this is getting more complex than I thought. It's exciting, but also a little bit, scary.
I get it. We're talking about a potential power shift in the tech world, and that always comes with uncertainty.
So what's the big takeaway here? What should people be watching for in the coming years?
Well, I think the next few years will be crucial. We'll see how these new chips perform, how the market reacts, and whether this leads to a more diverse AI landscape or just a new kind of dominance.
Right. And the big question, the one we can't answer yet, is who ultimately controls this powerful technology?
Exactly. It's a story that's still unfolding, and it's going to be fascinating to see what happens.
Well, I'm definitely keeping my eye on this. This whole AI chip shakeup could totally change the tech world as we know it.
Agreed. It's a turning point, and we're all just watching to see where it leads.
All right. Well, that was a deep dive, folks. Definitely a lot to think about. And, I, for one, am excited to see how this all plays out.
Me too. It's a really interesting time to be following AI.
Absolutely. Okay, so until next time, keep on learning, keep on exploring, and, maybe start thinking about designing your own AI chips. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next NVIDIA.
You never know.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.